Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to DK64Randomizer.com. We are in the Kevin Blitz Finals, a 16-man single elimination bracket, race to completion within a week, start to finish. Our qualifier was on Saturday, and here we are, in the end, a week away. Out of all of our contestants in the qualifiers, we eliminated down to 16 from the qualifier, and then that single elimination bracket has resulted in 2 players making it all the way. We got Barrie and we got TheSpecialize. Barrie, no stranger to the restream. 3rd place in Season 3. What is it, 3rd? No, top 8. I'm mistaken. I'm going off memory. A blunder on my part. And TheSpecialize, who plays a lot of Kevin, is certainly very good at it, has made it all the way to the finals. We got a hell of a matchup for you today, folks. I am Larock. I will be on the mic for you today, and I'm joined by Bird and Ash. How you doing?
Doing pretty fantastic, I'm not gonna lie to you. It's a great day to be watching some Donk. It's a great way to watch some Kevin, and this is a premier matchup. I mean, as I said, Barrie was top 6 in the end, and then Specialized was in top 3 too, or was he in beta last year in season 3? I don't
Continuously
remember.
Improving.
Either way,
he's played a ton.
Yeah, he's played a ton of this game, and I know just from playing other randomized with him, very good runner. So we're in for a show, I think.
I mean, but how long is the show going to be? Look at this start. This start is ridiculous. That the end game for Kevin is told you right at the beginning. We've got K-Rool in 3 fights. We've got Tiny Phase, Puff Toss, and Cutout. Notoriously, Puff Toss and Cutout requiring no moves. And we start with Feather Bow. Our K-Rool is almost instantly solved. All we need is Mini Monkey, and our K-Rool is done. So we gotta go get the keys. And if the keys don't play nice, then we're out of here. Hard to say how well that will go. Let me check. Let's show our points. What are our points looking like? What's our point start?
Well,
there isn't even anything.
Biggest level besides Isles is in level 5 Caves.
There's nothing
very
even in Helm.
Closely.
We got a baby
by
seed.
Galleon.
A baby seed.
53 and 50.
Nothing in Helm. No spooky, scary points total. This is a very average, well spread out, well distributed seed. What is there to be afraid of? Absolutely nothing, I suppose.
Honestly, 32 in Factory is the one to be afraid of. That actual entrance up, trying to get the move to bring yourself up, could be Balloon, could be Blast, could be Monkey Port, who knows? But that's the real possible kicker, right?
Switch Standing has been known to throw a wrench into things. A monkey wrench, if you will.
Indeed.
Maybe climbing is just really rude. I don't know. But let's put it on the Spider Boss again. Why not?
My PTSD is kicking in. Please no.
I apologize. It was a very traumatic seed for all parties involved, myself included. But nevertheless, we are ready to go. So I'm gonna let the crew know that they are ready to get kicked off. We will get this show on the road. We'll get the timers ticking. Not a particularly impressive start. The Vines is pretty nice for the early training grounds look, but that's about it. That's not particularly inspiring. It's just something to work with. You don't hate to see it, but it's not kind of whatever.
Well, one of the great things we have is, despite the fact that we have no moves for either our starting Kongs, we have the best starting Kong. We're gonna have some movement with donkey rolls, which is great.
You'll love to see that.
Standard aisle movement from both runners, a slightly different order of events. I think this is just kind of a new thing with Kevin. Season 3, everyone did kind of the same movement cycle, and I think with people and Kevin have gone like, what order do I do things in again? And it's kind of like split apart like what people do, but everyone checks the same things. You go to Banana Fur Isle and get the picture of the ferry, you go into the prison, you check the dirt underneath level 6, and then you probably go back to training grounds if you have any money in Vines. Either one I think you do that with, so.
And we got Vines here, so I'd fully expect them to do that.
Actually, you can't even do the Vines thing because you need climbing to get up there first.
Oop. I got caught. I got exposed.
Just thinking about that. So I was like, wait, you can't even do that check.
Son of a gun, I've been had. Not the first time I've been had. Nice little speedy DK roll to steal a sprint cage out of Logic. Just for a GB, but here we go at 3 GBs. We can start looking at our hints. said we could start looking at our hints.
Barry's not showing us our hints.
No, he's not giving us our hints, is he? This guy. That is an accessible castle at 2 B-Locker, or 2 GBs to get in. Castle being our level 2. In the complex.
Have the bingo card that says falling into goo. Congratulations, Barry just killed himself to warp back to the start of Castle's entrance, or Castle lobby entrance, just for you.
Is it even faster? I mean, maybe, I guess. It kind of depends on what you're doing.
I have no idea if it is or not, but he certainly did it.
Alright, well, Barry's going to the training grounds. Maybe he's about to get got by climbing, too. Specialize, he wants to take a look at Castle. Let's have a look-see here. Alright, if Barry climbs a tree up, I'm gonna be vindicated. I don't think he's climbing a tree, though. Oh, and quite the awful starting Castle, too. Without climbing, a start all the way down to the bottom is so bad. You have to run all the way around Castle to keep going up. It is truly horrendous.
It is horrendous. On the other hand, it is at least doable. At least we're not playing Factory without climbing, which is a true misery depending on where you spawn.
No kidding. We have vines. I'm kind of curious to see what Aztec looks like, because we have logical access to Aztec. Oh, there's our 1 bait vial. Good one. Thank you, game. Very cool.
Okay, Japes Donkey Medal, Galleon Kasplat on Vines. Okay, we can get that as soon as we get into Galleon.
I see Castle
Chunky's in
CVs to
Factory.
Kongs, which is interesting. That makes me think that like maybe DK's medal is going to be good. You can get DK's medal, so running around Castle seems pretty nice.
Helm's lobbies have 2 potions. The Lighthouse has 1. The Creighton Mausoleum is... Okay, we can get that. And then the Lighthouse Alcove... Oh, Kevin! In the Kevin finals, Kevin is way of the Horde.
He finds a way.
Let's go!
He finds a way. That son of a gun. He's done it again.
Also, if we need Chunky at all this seed, we need to get into level 8. Chunky's in level 8.
Ooh. That's actually a big if. Oh, and there's key 4. Hello. How do you do? Key 4 in the Kasplat right outside Cranky. Or right outside Castle Candy. That's not even hinted yet. That's just an excellent... Just give me that.
Yeah. It sure might be a big if, because nothing I'm seeing really says we need Chunky really all that badly.
Yet. Yet is the operative word here.
Of course.
It is far too early to call, that's for sure. What does Japes Donkey Medal look like? We just got key 4. We need key 5 to get into Japes, but Japes Donkey Medal right now? Vines is nice, but I think you need climbing. Almost certainly.
Coconut would do it.
Coconut's enough? That makes sense. There's like 3 balloons.
Yeah.
2, 3. 2.
There's 2 balloons, but you also get a 5-pack inside the Ramby cage. And that's sufficient. It's 20 there, and then you get the 5 there, and then there's like 10 in the tunnel itself for 35, and then there's some other ones.
So I think, so coconut or climbing from here should solve the problems on that medal. And odds are you're going to want climbing regardless. I mean, it certainly would be nice to have climbing in Castle instead of having to... Given the entrance, it's just so inconvenient. You're climbing away from getting to all the banana ports in the level, which gives you just so much better access to everything. Right now, you're not particularly motivated to climb Castle, I don't think. Like, what are you climbing for? Cranky, I guess?
Yeah. You have Lanky, and so there is, obviously Kevin. Oh, there's climbing, just kidding.
Speak of the devil, and it shall appear, there is our climbing hinted way of the Horde, no less. Which...
That certainly makes things a lot easier. And puts that Japes medal into logic.
Yeah. Possibly related, but because it's like an either-or between coconut and climbing, it's not super clear if climbing is way of the Horde specifically for that medal. We may need a little more information before we can decide.
Yeah, I don't think it's specifically for that medal. I think climbing is way of the Horde because it's climbing, in the same way that diving is way of the Horde because it's diving.
Because it's just useful. It's just too darn useful to get rid of.
Yeah.
Knocking off a couple points out of Castle. We're down to 29 with that key and climbing, so that's pretty good. There's a reason to... And that needs climbing, so there you go.
And then Lighthouse area is key 3 and freeing Kongs.
Oh. There's 1 potion in the Lighthouse area. That potion is important.
That potion is Kevin, unless Kevin is a key.
Yeah, pretty likely.
Which is possible.
I'd put my money on Kevin, I think. It's a little bit too early to judge where the keys are. There's Gorilla grabbing the surroundings.
And yeah, honestly, I think I would climb here, just because of the fact we have Lanky. If we had another Kong besides Lanky, I probably wouldn't. But because it's Kevin, the battle pads are on, and because it's Lanky, we have. Oh, that sucks. That's terrible.
Bit of a tumble.
I'm so sorry.
Everybody gets one. That's fine.
Everyone gets one. But yeah, as I was saying, the greenhouse is 3 checks in these settings, right? You get the bananas from below with Lanky, and then you get your 40 bananas by walking in there into the greenhouse. You get the banana from the greenhouse, and you get the battle pack from the greenhouse. So it's a pretty, honestly, like very efficient check. Like,
Yeah.
Donkey's Thornvine Barn and Forest level of efficiency. It's not that big of a climb either. I don't know if you climb past there though. Like you get you get to look at Cranky, you get to see Warp 4, you get to do that, and then you probably leave, right? I wouldn't climb up to the dirt at the top.
Maybe. I think that's the real stretch, going to the dirt. I was kind of talking smack on climbing Castle, but there's a lot of value to be had here, especially because Castle CVs are hinted, so it could just be Lanky's Metal. Could also be the boss, and either way, you're getting pretty close to those.
And DK's Metal is free if you climb too, so you can get both DK and Lanky Metal, which I guess they already got DK Metal. It was nothing, but
there's
like,
a crown or something,
you know,
some useless pile of trash.
I think it was metal. I don't know.
Something golden that's not a banana, so who cares? Oh, I should really be paying attention to what that traffic scuff portal said, but I did not catch the number. It was like,
I saw something like 80.
It's like under 100,
like
right?
But,
yeah.
Yeah, it was under 100 for sure.
If it's under 100, then it's definitely gettable between the DK and Lanky bananas we got here.
Yeah, Lanky has 60 free between the greenhouse and downstairs, and Donkey has at least 45 free. So, yeah, easily.
They both settle on the greenhouse. Makes a lot of sense. I mean, I'm kind of surprised they didn't go to Aztec terribly early, because with vines, it kind of makes Aztec a little more appealing. Aztec being in logic with vines because of the vines at the start. Kind of.
It's not Lanky's Metal, so I think we are going to see a boss check here.
I guess starting with vines makes it less interesting than finding vines like on aisle somewhere.
Yeah.
Oh, and the portal rando. I'm a
yeah.
dingus. You don't necessarily spawn behind the vines. They're certainly useful to have if you happen to spawn there, but that's far, far from a given. I'm just talking my butt today. What am I doing? I need to get a W. I gotta give me some hints. Give me some hints. I need some W's.
You're gonna make a called shot?
I mean, with the seed that looks like it requires like 2 items and you're done. That may be a very difficult enterprise, but here we are. Specialize not picking up any more Lanky bananas. I hope they don't regret that if this boss is important.
I also hope they have enough, because I didn't see or hear the ding for Specialize.
Barry was definitely confident in, yeah, I'm picking up every single banana I can get my hands on. He is aware of the threat of bosses here.
Okay, main caves area to 5.
Oh boy.
Galleon Shops has final tiny phase. Okay, so Mini Monkey is probably in that shop and has no other pathing, or it'll be an item that leads to Mini Monkey, and then same thing. So we don't need to check any mini checks with Tiny this seed.
Gamers, this is looking really quick. We just got a single path hint for 3 different keys.
Yeah, one of them was key 4 though, and we already have that one.
And we knew that was going to be lightly. It was going to be like lightly hinted, right? 1 hint is all you're going to get for that one. Every key is guaranteed.
Key hint for every key, but yeah.
Right. So, but now we got a key 5 hint.
I missed the 3rd key.
We got a key 5 hint.
Caves 5.
That's, yeah, caves main for 5, and there's a lot of very simple checks in main caves. And given that Mini Monkey just got hinted, you can kill off the mini checks in main caves, which is pretty significant. And then caves to Helm lobbies for key 8. So, what could that be? Could be
that one might be a potion. There are 2 potions in Caves Helm lobby too.
True.
That one might be a little bit more than just a single path thing.
Could be punch lock, could be coconut lock, could be balloon shenanigans. Who knows?
Here's the Way of the Horde instrument upgrade 1. Well, I guess it's 2 now.
Yeah, all important. The only bait vial, they start with 2 ammo belts and 2 instrument upgrades, and that's the 3rd.
That's very funny. I had a seed the other day where I got a Way of the Horde instrument upgrade 1 because water was lava.
Oh, yeah. Lava water, highly unpleasant, would not recommend.
Yeah. Glad we don't have that in Kevin.
You know, unless you're playing video games, then it becomes an interesting tactical decision to how you handle your lava water. Alright, I think Barry is pretty happy to see that key 4 there, because up until this point, it was entirely possible that climbing was only on the path to key 4, and that sounds like a nightmare to unpack.
I don't know about you, but I think I would go into caves next. If key 5 is lightly locked in main caves, it lets us also get into Japes, in which lets us do Japes Donkey Medal, and possibly just clear out all of Japes' points really quickly.
Yeah. We still don't know if we need Chunky. If we knew we needed Chunky, I would also want to see what the move is to get up to level 8. Which of the 3 moves it could be, but we don't know. And all of them were 3 points anyway, so can we identify any 3-pointers or our points? Not really, there's too many points on the board to say anything right now. Tough call. So our options are Aztec or
And
caves.
I think you do caves. Caves has more points,
GB's,
like 30 more points.
GB's depending. Yeah, caves does have a lot more points in there. You're pretty likely to get key 5, which gets you 2 more levels.
That's true.
Pretty nice.
CLO things could be a thing.
The keys that lock levels tend to be found earlier than the keys that don't. Because, well,
yeah,
if a key locks an entire level, that kind of takes away a lot of options for that key. Whereas key 3 and 8, they don't unlock anything. They can be anywhere. So those are like those are the big money keys to find. Finding a key 4, a key 2, a key 5, they're nice, but like you're pretty likely to find them. Oh, well, I guess that's why they didn't go into Aztec. It cost 10.
Yeah, looks like that's the 3rd level. I'm expecting like a 5 or 6 B locker here for caves, especially because it, like you said, it gives a key that unlocks the level. It's a lot harder to lock those behind like large amounts of GBs here. Yeah, there's 6. Look at that.
Not too bad. Not too bad. I mean, Kevin CLO can just really kick you good. It can really kick you while you're down. Sometimes it might be like, nope, you need to climb. You need to climb castle for your last GB. Good luck. Have fun.
I have had several Kevin experiences where I've been like, oh boy, and now it's time for me to spend 20 minutes farming 20 GBs to go from the B lockers that say like 15 to the B lockers that say 40.
Wahoo! Yippee! Slightly different caves approach. Looks like Barry's opting to clear out the cabins because he spawned relatively close to the cabins, whereas Specialize, I think, is prioritizing main caves checks here by going to the center area first. He might check Fungi, but he wants to see what's on this Ice Castle Kasplat and the Tomato. Those are 2 pretty prime contenders for our key 5. And there's even a potion on Funky. Hello, what do you got here? Strong Kong is not particularly inspiring.
Definitely not in these settings.
Not known to be needed, not really interesting, I'm afraid. It could help with, well, I guess we just gotta look at the Cave Strong Kong check. Or the Cave's Lobby Strong Kong check, I guess we just gotta look at that. It ain't there. Ooh, you're not looking at the Tomato because it needs Blue Slam. Ooh, that is a little bit tricky. If we're on a hunt for a Slam, potentially for Key 5, it might get weird. There isn't a large search space. But I could be upstaged.
On the spot.
But I could be upstaged by Key 5 materializing on the Ice Castle Kasplat. Thank you very much. Problem solved.
Is that 3-0 on random calls today, Larock?
I don't want to talk about it. Well, it's the most obvious answer, okay? It's the simplest answer is the most boring one. That's my razor for you.
Larock's razor. The most obvious answer is frequently the boringest one.
Boring.
I'm in.
Oh, peanuts. That's nice. Peanuts on Cranky. Okay. So, Strong Kong, the Key, and Peanuts knocked off half the points in caves already, so...
Yeah. And yet it still has more points than Aztec.
And yet I want to go to Aztec. I don't know what it is about the call of Aztec. It calls to me for no reason at all. The shops in Aztec are foolish, which knocks out like a ton of your easy checks.
The call of Nephron Ka. That's an Arkham Eldritch Horror reference for you H.P. Lovecraft fans out there.
Deep cut. Deep cut. Alright, Specialize has seen enough. Cleared out the easy stuff in caves and is just gone. I mean... It might be that Aztec is your only real option. I guess with Key 5 you have some...
Oh, Japes! No, we're going Japes here. We have Key 5, we can go Key 6. Like I said before, if you find Key 5 in caves, you can go do Japes Donkey Medal with climbing. And that's a way of the Horde.
Excellent. Where's Galleon? We need to get to Galleon.
Get in.
Galleon's got the good stuff. Galleon is level 3, so we need Key 2, and we have no Key 2 hints. Oh, and we can get into Japes. Wow.
Beautiful.
I wasn't sure if we would get away with that. I was thinking that Aztec is possible to be our 3rd level. Barry's already got enough to get into Aztec, but he's going to have enough to get into further. And we get a weird spawn behind the Ramby door.
Behind Ramby door spawn is hilarious.
That's weird. That knocks Coconut off a couple paths, which is all sorts of strange. Caves colored bananas to key 2. Uh-oh. Maybe you want to stick around. It might be on the boss.
Check the boss, yeah.
Tiny's on an arena in Isles? Oh, that's in Snide, right? Has to be Snide's arena. It's not the Check of Legends because that requires Tiny. Good one. CBs and Factory are foolish. That's a little something something. And then Donkey and Galleon finds Diddy. Do we need Diddy?
Unconfirmed, but...
Unlikely, I think. We know we need Tiny, though, so we do need to find Chunky now, which means we are going to need to get into Factory.
True, yeah. So now is a great time after you finish up in Japes with Donkey's Medal to, what's the word I'm looking for? Peek that pad that leads up, because you need key 6 already and whatever's on that pad to get there, so knowing that will help you sort of path towards it a little bit better.
They're both even on 12 GBs right now. Specialized got a nice GB infusion from Cranky here, so back in the mix. Barry's going to get a couple more here. It's kind of feeling like a GB race. It really is feeling like that, because a factory is very expensive. Whoever gets in a factory first may well have the advantage.
Assuming they can get up there past the 2 required entrances. That's like assuming those are quick.
That is the hurdle to clear. Nevertheless, oh man, this Japes entrance kind of stinks. It's kind of hard to get back to the main area. You got to deal with the 4 warp or go in and out of Cranky and...
Yeah, so you really want to be clearing all of Japes in this first run.
As much as you can. With climbing,
possible, yeah.
With climbing, they should reasonably comfortably get DK's medal. Oh boy, hopefully we don't need that pearl. Let's just forget about that pearl.
The bean is worth 3 points. Pearl should be worth 1. That's my Kevin 5.0 take.
Oh, 1-pointers are very dangerous, I promise. They are very spicy on a board. They get real weird.
True.
Even a 2-pointer would get really, really strange.
Chat complaining about the possible 1-point grenades.
1-point landmines. What about negative points? There you go.
Negative.
That'll really ruin your day. I think that's possible too. I think that's theoretically possible. It sounds horrendous. Like,
yeah.
Absolutely the worst idea of all time. Do not do that. But it'd be really funny. Points out of Japes. Rocket barrel. Don't know if we need that. We keep saying, I don't know if we need that. It's not likely we need that. And it's just because, like, it doesn't seem like we need a lot of moves to beat the seed, truth be told.
Here's my prediction. With 16 points left, okay. Donkey is going to find a 9-point move, like Grape or Coconut, or maybe Bongos. And then we're going to have a 5-point move in here as well somewhere.
Okay. I can't be trusted with the predictions anymore, so I'll have to take your word on it. Give me something in Diddy's Cage. That's a classic. Put them both there. I'm going crazy.
It's 9-7 and then or 11-5. Math's hard.
What is on Donkey's medal? What could that possibly be?
If it's a key, we have a 5-pointer. If it's a move, we have a 7 or 9-pointer.
Regardless, half of the remaining value in Japes is on Donkey's medal. There's no way there's more than 3 moves here. It would have to be 4, which it gets really weird to fit. It'd be like 3-3-5-5 or something bizarre.
That does work.
Not in a pretty way. Oh, nothing in Diddy's Cage. Alright. Just keep handing the L's in. Alright. 3 more on the slope to Snide, and then 5 in a tree, and Specialize is done, but they're probably gonna... Looks like they're running at about the same pace, so...
Yeah, just about.
Fairly straightforward seed at this point, trying to send you in the same direction. Or that. Oh boy, there's your slam. Uh-oh. Alright, here we go.
So it turns out Donkey has the 5, and there's a key over here in Japes somewhere.
Oh, there's a key. Oh, wow. A key in Japes. Interesting. That's a big lead, but we'll have to hold on to that for a bit.
And we know it's a key because of the Kong hints that have previously happened. The Kongs are in Factory, Galleon, and Isles, right?
Unless there's 3 more things in Japes, which doesn't seem likely. I bet somebody could run the numbers on the board and like, no, there's not enough points for that to fit.
Remember that 3355 path we had earlier?
There's one.
3355 works because we got a 5, so we can now have 335 left.
It's possible. It's possible for there to be 3 items in Japes. But like 11 whole points, it's a little bit suspicious. I'd be penciling a key in here at least.
I think it's a lot more likely, yeah, for sure. It's certainly not impossible. You can't keep it out of your mind, but it is worth, you know, at least remembering it is possible. Don't completely mind blank it.
If nothing else, if nothing else, all the items you then find in these hinted regions, you'd be like, okay, could I fit this into Japes somewhere, right? You get something on, say, Caves Metals. Could I fit this into Japes somewhere? If you get like Blast, it's like, okay, well, I could go to Japes and maybe find a key on the Blast course.
So chat says that we spied a potion in DK's time. Well, I guess he doesn't have a timer on his cage, but DK's Japes cage. So apparently it is not a key, it is potions.
Okay.
And for Notator, the potions are split into point values based upon what category of move they are. So training moves are worth 7, and then other basic moves are worth 5. And there's a list of them that's in chat right now. But they go 9, 7, 5, and 3, depending on which ones you have. The guns and instruments are 9, and then the barrel moves are 7, and the pads are 3. And the physical moves are 5. I think I got that right? Yeah.
Yep. Trombone in the tunnels here in Aztec knocks off a fair chunk of value. We're down to 14 points in Aztec. Nothing particularly inspiring. But removing Japes from the board is really interesting. If it's a bunch of 3-pointers, then that's pretty bad.
Trombone seems like a really good answer for like checking some stuff in caves with all those remaining points.
Top of Castle is a potion.
It's grape!
That's a pretty good move. It's
That's
not
why you
clear.
always climb castle.
We don't know if we need that.
Castle, kids.
We don't know if we need it. But climbing castle paid out this time, and climbing castle is a gamble that people just do all the time. People hate that dirt patch. It is not.
Always.
Who knows when Specialize will come back for that?
Always climb castle, kids. Always climb castle.
Okay, here we go. All right, the foolish hints are piling up. Oasis and Totem Area, the Mills, huge region, Vines on the path to Tiny Phase. Okay.
Yeah, I'm just gonna say it. I'm gonna say it right now. You ready? You ready for the curse word? I'm gonna say it. We've seen a million foolish hints. That always happens when there's just not that much to hint. This is a jet, baby. It's a jet. Put it in now. Lock me in.
It do look like that. It really do look like that. A couple things I would like to point out is that we need to get to factory at some point. We know we need Chunky. We have to get the factory, and it's a 3-pointer to get there. And it's going to be one of Blast or Balloon. One of the two. It can't be, because Chunky locks Tiny, it can't be Monkey Port to get up there. Because Chunky's up there. Bit of a convoluted scheme there. But we need a 3-pointer, and if we know that Japes has a bunch of 3-pointers, it's kind of worth, maybe Japes is worth a second glance. If it's a 5-3-3, then Japes is kind of nice.
I want to point something out. We had Galleon Shop was on the path to final Tiny Phase, and now Vines is too. That means the thing in Galleon Shops is not going to be Mini Monkey. It'll be something that combines with Vines for a check. Could
be Helm Lobby. Could go crazy.
Good. Remember that we also have a Vines hinted Splat in Galleon, the one that across the area. So it could be whatever you get there plus Mini Monkey too.
Well, in fact, it has to be that because Vines is only on the path to Tiny Phase.
You're right. So it's whatever that is plus whatever you get in the shop. Fortunately, they are very close by to each other, so it actually doesn't have to be that precise shop, but you know, the shops in that level are in the same area.
So this is a really interesting pairing we've got going here. Barrie is opting to run back to Castle to chase the Castle CB's hint for Kongs. Specialize is opting to run to Caves to chase Caves CBs for Key 2. And here we go. This might be our answer on the boss here.
What is this?
This is the other slam?
This white? Is it slant? It might be.
It must be the other slam, right? you need 2 slams for Chunky then, presumably? Wait, what splats in Factory need 2 slams?
None,
None,
but the hinted splat in Factory is the one on the upper pipe though, right?
And that does not need any slams.
Yeah.
Oh, that was a barrels locked boss too, so no such luck.
Interesting.
We know barrels is very much important. Oh, it could have been barrels as well if we know that... Well, that could have been barrels if that wasn't a barrels locked boss. Because we know we need barrels to pick up the boulder to free Tiny. That was a possibility. No longer.
Interesting.
I mean, maybe Kevin has barrels. That fits pretty well.
What if it's diving
to
free Diddy? What if it's diving to free Diddy and Galleon?
I got it. Hold your applause. Here's the plan. That's a slam on that boss. Barrels is on Kevin. And then that makes key 3 red slam locked in... What are our options? It has to be in Factory then. There you go. That's my cook.
That would work. Yeah.
There you go.
Okay.
Alright, a 27-minute cook very early. Not clear if that'll work out at all, but here we are. We're trying. Specializes.
My cook is that white potion is diving and that Diddy is diving lock in Galleon.
That kind of fits. Donkey checks in Galleon. They don't always need diving. It depends on what the water level is.
Yeah. 5-door ship will. Sometimes his bananas do if you don't have coconut.
I don't think the lighthouse will. Is the water raised or is it random in Kevin? I have forgotten. There's so many.
I believe it starts raised.
So many minor details. We are beholden to the whims of one Kuiper don't care.
And as noted, he does not care.
He truly does not. He made the mermaid require 2 pearls just because he could. He's crazy. He can't be stopped.
This is what I mean. They should be all be worth 1 point.
Okay, Specialized is climbing castle. He's picking up his grape here, so he's gonna be a happy camper.
That's good.
I wonder what he's climbing for. Like, I'm not sure what brought them both back to castle. I don't know why they were thinking castle here. Is it?
I think it's the point values. I think they are looking at stuff and going, what else is in castle? And I think they were just looking for something else to do.
So Barry is doing the tomato slam for a GB, right? There's not anything else? Like, Specialized looked at this and was like, I don't care.
Agree, it's for a GB.
Okay, maybe they just need GBs then. Maybe they're just down tremendous.
Which, honestly, I'll tell you this much. What I have learned from the Kevin I've played is that I should, like, these kind of, like, semi-long GB stuffs, it's kind of nice to do them because inevitably in almost every Kevin I've played, you get, like, owned by a 40 B-locker and you have to go farm for 20 minutes anyway. So,
yeah, that Factory is a prime contender for sure. That could easily be... Well, I don't think Factory's going to be that bad because it locks 2 Kongs. That very severely limits how many GBs it could possibly be.
But if you can get Diddy first, it could be like 35 or something.
Yeah.
My prime contender for it is if it doesn't lock Diddy, and Galleon could be like 40.
Witness Barry's struggles of not having a Kong that backflips very high. DK and Lanky, notoriously low backflippers. Kind of a problem here. Getting into the beetle race. I don't think he cares about the beetle race. I think he wants the 5 CBs here. It's a struggle.
I'm having flashbacks to a certain rabbit race in season 3.
I mean, okay, look, Lanky, he's trying with Lanky backflips, and you might be like, well, why doesn't he try DK? DK's is worse. Like, it doesn't get better. There's nothing good to be had here. Now, Specialized, he got his grape, and he's like, oh, shoot, I can take that and run back and get Cave's Lanky Medal. And he's running right back. He's running right back to Cave's. He ran out of options and was like, oh, I guess I gotta climb castle now, shoot.
Yeah, so there's 2 balloons in here you can get very easily with Lanky. The one inside his igloo and the one inside the pumpkin.
And the difference here is trombone. Because Specialized, Specialized went into Aztec and got his trombone. Barry is only entering Aztec just now. The trombone versus grape, they both had half the pieces to the puzzle to get this medal. And now they finally can. And it
Sorry,
might not
I'm,
even...
I'm just kidding. There's 3 balloons. There's a... Oops. Well, Specialized, that sucks, unfortunate. But you wanted to come here anyway to get these bananas regardless. There's 3 balloons for Lanky. There's the one inside his igloo, the one in this water right here, and the one inside the pumpkin room. So those 3 plus the 10 in the water here is 40. That's a super easy medal. All the other stuff is not really required.
Easy, yes. Tedious, also yes. So...
Yeah, well...
And then
TDs and medals are basically synonyms, I'm not gonna lie to you.
Yeah. True. We've also run into this weird spot where, because we know where Puff Toss and Cutout are at the end of the game, we know they're not any other boss. So every other boss in the game has some sort of requirement. And looking at what we own, we can't do any other boss right now. So it just has to be here on Lanky's medal. It can't be the boss. If it is indeed Key 2 is our progression point. Man, that Puff Toss Cutout, even in the final K Rule phases, is paying dividends in the rest of the seed.
Tells you a lot of information for sure.
Grape check in Aztec out of nowhere. Is Grape hinted? No. Barry might be just trying to press his luck here. As like, well, I got Grape. I don't know if I'm not sure my opponent would get this. It's in a weird spot, so I'm gonna go try and press my luck with Grape.
It also helps with Lanky medal inside Aztec too. So.
He hears a cop. He's scared. It's the smallest cop alive. Oh, he dodged the bullets. He's crazy. He's got. Oh, it's over for him. That cop is a professional limbo player. Oh my god.
Specialized. Just go shoot the balloon in the thing. Don't get this. Don't also fail this. This is not.
That's brutal. And now it's Specialized's turn to try and discover how it's impossible to backflip into the beetle race with only Lanky and Donkey.
Just remember the balloon in the igloo, man. You got this.
These are runners burdened with the privilege of tag anywhere. They have grown too accustomed to the luxuries of being able to tag the Kongs and make their backflips nice and easy. They have to go back to the drawing board and suffer a little bit with these low backflips. But Specialized.
So you're saying season 4 is going to be tag anywhere disabled. Got it.
You heard it here first.
Camerson will be thrilled.
There's going to be like 2 people who are like, this is the greatest idea ever, and then there's just going to be riots in the streets from everyone else.
As I said, Camerson will be thrilled.
Yeah.
We'll hate you for this.
I don't know who his partner in crime is, but they're definitely out there. It's Key 2 on Lanky's medal. All right. Whew. Well, that leaves us with 4 moves remaining for Go mode. Key, Mini Monkey.
And we kind of have a pretty solid lead on where Money Monkey's going to be. It's here's Galleon. You get the thing from the vines there. You get the thing from the shops there, and then you go, what do those add up to? And that's where Mini Monkey is.
You got 2 Way of the Hordes here. Well, okay. First off, let's not speak too soon. Can we get into Galleon? Big question. Pretty please? 11.
11.
Oh,
okay.
I saw the 1 on the ones column, and I was like, surely we can get in
here,
right?
We have
surely.
2 Way of the Hordes and technically 2 tiny paths. Although one of those tiny paths overlaps with the Way of the Hordes.
Oh,
so.
Brother. An underwater spawning Galleon. Here's something to wreak havoc.
My favorite logical nightmare. At least it spawns you close to these shops.
Look, as an LZR enjoyer, this is my bread and butter. If you spawn underwater, you're in logic. Diving is only required to go from surface to underwater, which is a little bit weird, but that's how it is. If you spawn underwater for whatever reason, whether that be coming out of a loading zone or coming out of a DK portal, everything under there is in logic. You only need diving to go from surface to underwater.
Any loading zone?
Oh yeah.
Including a tag barrel?
I think that one's a little weird.
Yeah, that's my question, because whenever I've been running Kevin and other things like that, there's that at high tide, there's that tag barrel that's in the water there, and if you go into that tag barrel, when you exit, you will be underwater. And every time I've forced myself to come back up because it's like that seems like maybe cheating, but I don't know what the ruling on that is actually.
I think that one's banned. Pretty sure. I didn't think the tank barrel oscillated like that, but maybe I'm just...
Oh, it totally does. 100%.
Alright, well, I might... I'll just yoink some of that technology. Excellent. Not in any races. Key 2 for Barry, Saved by the Bell. And he even managed to make the backflip up, so he gets to swipe the GB at the top. He's got a minor GB advantage here.
I agree. It's not insurmountable, and Socially Specialized has some tempo advantage too. Barry's just been simply more thorough in terms of what he's been clearing.
Well, it's a little more thorough out of necessity, right? He's had to go back and forth to try and unpeel this mystery of a key 2. This Caves of Lanky Metal being a kind of a pain.
Agree. So we saw Chunky Potion in that shop, and so Chunky Potion could be the answer for Tiny Phase, but we still need to see Cranky's shop too. And we're probably going to see that while we are doing the Vines GB. Sorry, the Vines because Flatway the hero here. Wait, Way the Horde. Oh my gosh.
Wrong game.
Wrong game.
Sharp. What's this guy got? Alright. If you gave me a billion guesses, that might have been my last one. Orange throwing Way of the Horde. That's
So we're buying saxophone or guitar.
Surely, right? Yeah.
With Chunky.
Surely.
Because that one's a pearl. So yeah.
So
So we know where Mini Monkey is. It's in caves. And that makes a lot of sense.
Oh, more action here. Various tunnels to key 3. Okay. So there's a better key 3 hint. Lighthouse to key 6. Maybe Kevin. Oh, Kevin. What have you got for us?
Oh,
that
confirms.
confirms.
We getting a gun here?
That confirms there's a second thing in the lighthouse area, actually.
Yeah.
Interesting. Kevin, what do you have for us today? Castle shops are foolish. We kind of already knew that. And Kevin has our key 6. Thank you, Kevin.
Look at that. Okay.
Everyone say hi, Kevin. Everyone say bye, Kevin. There you go.
Bye, Kevin.
We would love to see what level 8 costs to get into, but we can't get up there. We're still a move short. Whatever the move is, we can't get there. And then the mushroom.
There's the potion.
Oh. Action in the lighthouse. Barrel throwing.
Barrel throwing.
Okay, okay. I put barrel throwing on Kevin. I was a little bit off. All right, I was a little bit off, but you got to give me some credit there, like half credit.
So key 3 is on Chunky's vases, right?
That fits pretty well. We would need pineapple for that. But it's also possible that there's some other weird shenanigans going on here, because I think more likely it's the barrels is related to that boss in Castle.
True.
Well,
Ooh,
well, but that's just for Kongs though. That would be just for Kongs. So it would be red slang for something for a Kong. Oh, it's gonna be barrels, but maybe not. Well,
The key 3 for me thing is interesting because key 3 is saying it's in various Aztec tunnels or like something there's there. The only barrel check in there I can think of is the phases. The question is, would barrels give another move like that white potion in Castle?
Oh, hang on, stop, cease. I've got it. It is the Japes lobby rock because we got trombone in the tunnels.
Oh,
we have an answer already.
Yeah.
Barrels plus trombone, it fits perfectly. Put it exactly in Japes lobby.
Or alternatively, there's another big fear for that. Barrels plus trombone with rocket barrel already gotten by us can also equal summit barrel.
Oh, yeah, that is a little bit out there, but that is definitely a possibility. And given how many points are, we still have 34 points in aisles. There's a lot of room to fit a key there. There's not as much room to fit a key elsewhere.
Yeah, I mean both those checks are considered aisles, so it could be either one.
Okay,
and,
well, I didn't want to say barrels plus trombone is Lanky K rule, but, you know, it's had to be said.
Yeah,
that is a possibility.
I was skipping that particular outcome.
That boss could be out there and it would be horrible. Oh. Ew. That would be grisly, that's for sure. So we need to take oranges somewhere to get Mini Monkey. Probably there's not many oranges checks out there. It's most likely one of lower cabin or actually it couldn't be lower cabin because we have everything we need for it. It's most likely Tiny's cabin then. There was some.
Because we already have guitar. You're right. Okay.
Yeah, there's some strange. It can't be the hive either. The hive could require oranges in some worlds. Hang on, what's level 8? Balloon.
The hive requires mini monkey, which you would have to give in this world, so it can't be hive.
Right.
So yeah, it is just Tiny's thing, because we're still missing a potion technically for the path, and there's nothing missing unless it's no, it would be on the path of free Kongs for some reason. And even Kong can't be on the path. So yeah, no, it is 100% just Tiny's cabin. The sacks and the chunky shot potion.
There we go.
But the pretty good lead on key 3 as well. I think we are just key 8 from go. From no, I guess, rather.
Pretty good lead. It definitely depends on... Does it even depend on where Chunky is in Factory? Are there any Casplats in Factory that could trip you up? It's probably just the one that climb production. And your trip up is don't fall off production, I guess.
Hey, I just got it. Free Kongs. There's a red slam locked O-stand somewhere. Chunky's probably on that pipe one, and you need O-stand logically to get up there.
What? No, you don't.
For pipe construction? Oh no, what am I saying? You don't. What am I saying?
It's like a splat, yeah.
My brain.
Oh.
For some reason, I was thinking the actual pipe and not the splat.
That would be deep fried, that's for sure. All right, there's a crazy world where we haven't seen Diddy yet in Galleon. Freed by Donkey. So it's possible that some of these Path to Kong's paths are just bait and they send you to Diddy and not anyone we care about. Like, do we even care about... we might not even care about that castle boss if we just don't need Diddy.
If that thing is diving, we probably don't need it. I mean, let's think about it for a second, right? Chunky gets us Tiny, Chunky gets us Sacks. So unless we need Diddy for key 8 somehow... I don't think
diving matters anymore. I don't think there's a single DK check that actually needs diving at this point, because we got the lighthouse ones, we're fine there.
Lighthouse spawn, you're right.
And the underwater shipyard spawn is big, because it started with raised water that removed the diving requirement from the lighthouse and the seal race.
Actually, it could still be diving, because DK's 5-door ship has a barrel. It could be a diving minigame.
Okay, it could be a diving minigame, alright. If we live in the world where it's a diving minigame, then it could be anywhere, so let's...
Yeah, well...
That's truly...
Anywhere in Galleon. Anywhere in Galleon by Donkey. Look at all these foolishness. What is happening?
That is a lot of foolishness, isn't it? I think Specialize is checking. Have I missed a hint yet? I don't think he has. I'm not sure when the next hints are. Like 30, or like probably like 30 something. He is quite a few GBs behind Barrie at this point. If Factory is expensive, Barry's gonna have a pretty nice edge. Oh yeah, he thought about trying to backflip up the gold tower. Nope, you've lost your privilege. You have lost the mandate of heaven. You are not getting up that gold tower, buddy. Not with those backflips. No shot.
The mandate of heaven. Are we calling the two Kongs who can actually backflip, Tiny and Diddy, the mandate of heaven? They've
lost their privilege. It's all an elaborate metaphor. You'll have to forgive my flowery language here, but...
No, nothing to forgive. I think that's great.
They were fed by a silver spoon with their high backflips, but they are having to suffer without them. Oh, and
the Emperor wears no clothes with a K for clothes.
Barrie does want this potion. Barrie wants this potion. What I think is going to be another slam. It could be diving, I suppose, but I don't think that's likely. What I think is more likely is it's like a slam, and then you get like blast in castle, or blast in factory, and then blast would get you Diddy on the seal race or something. Something weird. This is an Aztec boss check for Specialize. Bupkis. Even a tiny check. It's even a tiny boss just to rub it in.
Alright, chat. Put some guesses on what white potion is here in cave. Do you agree with the rock that it's slam, or do you agree with me it's diving?
I think.
Or is it something else?
I'm kind of wondering what our progression is at this point. We kind of know just about everything else we need to know. We just really need, really need. We really need something to get into level 8. Balloon. Yeah. We need balloon. So where can we check?
Did we check it?
Yeah, it's balloon. We saw it to be balloon. One of them checked it. I think it was Specialized.
Okay. Cat is saying
Okay,
sniper.
maybe it was Barry. Maybe Barry checked it, now Specialize is checking it. I don't know. Sniper on this boss? I mean, that would be horrifying. I don't know how you fit that into freeing Kongs, ever.
I mean, we do technically have 2 potions in Cave's Helm. We have access to Helm.
Oh, here we go.
Could, yeah.
A Helm lobby check. It needs
Oh,
sax.
saxophone.
That simplifies things pretty greatly, right? Because we think sax is the item that's only on the path to Tiny K roll in the Galleon shops. You can pretty comfortably roll this out. Oh, what is that?
That is a sniper and coconut locked potion.
Purple vial, no
Watch
less.
sniper here.
Oh,
Watch
no.
sniper here.
That's dangerous, because we know we need Mini Monkey really bad. What if that's Mini Monkey? I think that's more likely Twirl or Monkey Port. I'm pretty sure. I think we have a pretty good idea on where that is, but Cave's Helm Lobby's on the path to Key 8 too? Maybe we gotta be a little more scared of that potion than I currently am.
Yeah.
Maybe we need to put some respect on that potion stand.
It would have to be Monkey Port, right?
It could be Twirl.
Twirl. Yeah, maybe.
And maybe like Twirl gets you to Key 8. What is this potion here? It's not even a slam, it's diving.
I was right!
I'm a bozo.
Give me my flowers. Give me my flowers. Let's go.
I just typed bozo in my hints instead of boss. I'm in absolute ruins today. It's all coming undone.
No one in chat believed me. No one in comms believed me. I believed in me.
Okay, well, what do you do with diving then? What does this get you? I don't think it gets you anything.
Oh, wait, it's just Diddy's on the barrel, man. Diddy's in 5-door ship.
Diddy's in the 5-door ship with what bongos? Like, hang on, you don't even need diving because you spawned underwater for the 5-door ship. Like, that's the problem.
Wait. I've got it. What if Coconut is locked behind somewhere Diddy is and DK Metal? Because you can swim on this side, but not on the other side where you get 10 with Lanky.
Oh my god, you get the 10 behind the on-guard door. You're insane.
That would be a wild answer, FYI.
Is this Donkey?
Donkey gets Diddy. Yeah.
It's Galleon Donkey Metal because of the freaking on-guard door. No way.
I think this is true.
Have we actually not seen DK's metal yet? I guess not. Oh my god.
No, because you don't have Coconut. Coconut would give it to you, but with 20 from climbing the lighthouse, you can get the 15 from underwater on the other side by already being there, but that only puts you to 35. You need diving or Coconut still, either way. This gets you there.
If Barry breaks open this on-guard door, he's a psycho. That is such a sick read. Oh my god, here he
Do
goes.
it, Barry.
He
Barry.
knows. This freaking on-guard door that comes up like once every like 200 seeds has come into the fray once again. No way, is this actually Diddy?
Watch. No, it's not. Okay, it's not this.
We're cooked.
What? It made sense though. That was a beautiful thing to think about.
It did make sense. It did kind of make sense. I think you would have also had to have Coconut locked by diving, but it kind of made sense.
By diving or by Diddy? Because it doesn't have to show up on our path.
It would have had to be diving, not Diddy.
Why not Diddy? Because I know it can't show up on the path because Kongs can't be path, but it still could have been like, oh, where the but it
because Kongs are assumed the paths wouldn't work out that way.
Yeah. You're right. Sorry, I thought the diving was way of the horde, but you're right. It was a path to free Kongs, so yeah, it would have to be by diving.
Maybe we just need diving to get to level 4. That doesn't suck either. Oh, well, yeah, we do need to get into forest, don't we? So we actually do need diving. That castle boss definitely matters.
Oh dear.
And we have key 2. You know, Barry, you can go check out level 4 if you want. You don't have to go back to Galleon. This is a classic. This is a classic Kevin moment, or this is a classic CLO moment. You just like forget you get access to a level with diving that you just like don't even think about that level. He just hasn't. He may or may not have realized that he could go to forest at any point because he just got diving, but it just doesn't cross your mind. When you pick up a key, it crosses your mind like I have new levels to access. But when you pick up diving after key 2, it's a little bit weird. I suppose you see this in SLO sometimes too, but in CLO your brain is all over the place, so it can happen a lot more. Okay, Specialize is checking jetpack for no reason. This is we're in danger here. He appears to be deep in the tank on where to go.
It's diving, I think. I think he needs to get diving to progress.
I think it is indeed the castle boss is your answer. That is a brutal one, that's for sure. That puts 8 points left in castle. It's possible that one of the 3-pointers is the 3-pointer there is balloon as well. A 5 and a 3.
That's true.
I
think the potion, apparently the potion we saw in Japes on DK's cage is yellow, so it's pretty likely that that is blast. It could be, it can't, bongos can't fit, right? Because of the amount of points there, and we need coconut to get there anyway.
But we don't
plus
care about
coconut wouldn't fit, so it's so it is blast there.
We don't really care about blast, though, so.
Do you? Because seal race makes a lot of sense to get Diddy.
Oh yeah, one slam. You don't need diving for the seal because of the spawns. The diving doesn't have anything to do with it. I think it's
true.
That's the weird thing.
What if diving locks coconut?
Is it possible? Yeah, it would have to be a diving locked coconut somehow then, right? Which we were kind of already thinking, but then where? It'd be an Aztec.
Also,
put it on the vulture.
Oh, that would work. Ooh, ew. That's
gross.
Ooh,
that's really gross.
That's very gross.
But it fits.
Definitely fits. Or worse. The battle arena next to vulture.
All right, now it's Barry's turn to try and guess what this purple potion is. He's got oranges. He's got the technology.
He's going for it.
Is that good enough? Hey, I don't think you like that knock. That's a bit better.
Much better. Here we go.
And we discover
it's monkey port.
Monkey port. Not particularly useful. It is a Caves Helm lobby item, and it could be on the path to Key 8, so we have to consider it at least, but it doesn't really align with the Mushroom Inside's Key 8 hint at the moment. I'm not really sure we need to really think about that too badly.
Yeah, what?
What's Monkey Port plus one item we don't have? Not the museum.
And
it can't be Mini
can't
Monkey.
Be locked by Mini. Yeah, it can't be locked by Mini either.
So I was thinking, like, it's not like the Castle Car Race, because that would be Mini, and it can't be the Ferry, because that's only Mini Monkey at this point.
Crusher? The Crusher Dirt? Kosha, sorry.
Kosha Dirt? Oh, that would be crazy. I think that's ruled out because of barrels not being on the path to Key 8.
Yes. If we saw a barrel's path, then yeah.
Yeah, it was the barrels is one of the lighthouse paths. Barrels is past to Key 3 and Kongs.
Right. Okay. So not 8. Okay. So that works. Yeah. I don't know. I mean, did we? I'm pretty sure we peaked the Tiny Monkey Port Igloo. Plus, Tiny Monkey Port Igloo has mini locked, so mini and twirl locked. So.
We don't think it's Pounding X either, because we think Sax is going to lead you to Mini Monkey pretty much directly.
Also, Pound the X is not locked by Monkey Port, because it's locked by Balloon.
Oh, true. That too. Totally wrong there. It's not the Museum Fairy, because it would need another move. We are one move short of... There's something in the Mushroom Insides hinted to Key 8, and if it were... Well, actually, it could be, like, Sniper.
Yeah, it could be, like... Oh, yeah, it could be Sniper.
It could be Sniper that gets you that, which gets you the Fairy. But then there's no room for the key in Castle. Castle only has 8 points left.
You're right. But what could happen is it could be... Yeah.
We're not doing this. We're not like, well, it could be, and just keep going. I want to see what Forest is. Barry, can you go to Forest?
I also... Well, it was 37.
Oh, 37.
Remember when I said there was going to be some nonsense 30-something big high one? Yeah. Well, congratulations.
I blinked and I missed it. I would have been way more hyped if he ran into Forest, but whatever. He's at 37 now, so he's off to the Forest. And it's going to put Specialize in a bit of a bind too, because he is not close to that. He's at 26 with 1 blueprint. That's a rough spot to be in if he needs to get to 37 from here. Especially because it really seems like this is your point of progression. I think you have to get 30.
A single other Kong yet.
You have to get 37 GBs with 2 Kongs. All right, that's pretty mean. We were talking about how fast the seed was, but that is real mean. He's been caught de-transforming and will take you out of the diving state, which is like one of the most annoying things of all time. There's like 15 different things that take you out of the diving state. Like, it used to be that TNS portals would take you out of the diving state. Very annoying.
Yeah,
that got fixed because like
that little bug, the bug that forces Lanky to surface all the way up.
That one got fixed because I complained a lot enough. Shout out to the Rare Coin chilling on the conveyor belt. All right, Forest, what do you got for us? We are looking for... Well, the mills are foolish, so I don't know what Barry's doing here, but maybe he's afraid of the factory GB cost.
Every time Specialize goes into Japes' lobby, my brain goes, "You were close," because I hear the Professor Oak's lab music from Pokemon Snap. This is a cursed piece of knowledge I'm sharing with all of you, so that you also have to hear this.
It's a good game. It's a classic.
It's a great game. We have not seen Lanky's 5 ship, which wasn't possible until diving because we need to lower the water first. But now that we can, I suppose it's possible.
The pants don't really align for that. Well, they kind of do, actually, because barrels got you diving. No, because diving would be on the path to only Kongs. Maybe. Unless there's something else on Castle Metals. Like, there's a world where it's... Oh my god, there's actually a world where it's Blast on a Castle Metal. And that gets you Diddy.
We saw a yellow potion in Japes.
Oh, that's where Blast is now.
Yeah.
Alright, never mind. I'm cooked again.
How many points are in Castle left again? 8? Oh, so it can't even be a gun.
Barry, what are you doing in the mills? I feel like clearing out the mills is not really all that interesting when it's foolish.
He might just have forgotten he was foolish.
There are like 300 foolish hints, that's true.
Like, yeah, like actual 300.
Specialize trying the mausoleum out of logic. Very doable with DK rolling. Possible with Lanky as well, but much easier with DK rolling because DK speed.
And for Specialize, this makes more sense because Specialize doesn't have diving, and he's like thinking it could be something a lot more than what we know is left was only 8. But there's a potion.
He gets rewarded with something.
Spring.
Spring.
Which means there's a 3 left in here, right? No, 5.
5 left in here. Huh. I think all that really does is rule out upper cabin, but I think we ruled that out anyway.
Is there a slam?
Because that the thing with that mausoleum potion is that it is locked behind a ton of things. It's locked behind conflicting items even. It's locked behind what we think is a trombone hinted to only key 3, and a vines hinted to only tiny gate roll.
Agree.
So I think that spring is like totally dead.
No, yeah, no. We're never using
some shenanigans.
But it does give Specialized some info about what can still be here. I think this might push Specialized towards diving.
I mean,
I'm hoping it does.
It's just gotta push him to the boss at this point, right? You gotta look at a CB hint and be like, oh, that could include the boss as well in the 4.0 cycle. You gotta keep that in mind. That's a cheeky little addition. We've removed the path to or Troffenscoff on the path to things because those hints were awful, and now we've got a whole different beast, and that your CB hints can point at the bosses. Barry being very thorough and is clear here. The mushroom inside is our winning ticket, it seems. The Kasplat on the inside is Way of the Horde, and something on the mushroom interior is on the path to Key 8. We are very interested.
Normally you'd go, oh, maybe it means 2 things. But in a seed like this with so few actually hinted items, it really does feel like it probably just refers to the same thing with all these foolishes going around.
Frankie offering up Hunky Chunky for free. Well, not for free, but a minimal cost. A token cost.
We'll take Hunky.
We've said this like 300 times now, but definitely don't think we need that one. I'm feeling pretty good about not needing that one. Trombone and barrels paths are a little tricky. Barrels, I'm pretty confident.
3 in Kongs?
3 in Kongs. Trombone is, if anything, only key 3. So that puts trombone plus barrels. There's a couple spots that fit pretty well there. Barrel's got his diving as well, so you have to kind of... Well, but the thing with diving is that we think that the Castle CB's hint is pointing at diving, and that's only at Kongs. So diving is not key 3.
Yeah, we didn't get anything else from the 2 Kong medals we did there that would indicate it's not diving.
It's certainly possible it's a Lanky K. Rool boss somewhere, which would be horrendous. I would check Japes' lobby before worrying about that, though. That's for sure.
Agree. And if you free Diddy, I would check Summit Barrel before doing that, too, because we currently can do Summit Barrel as soon as we have Diddy. Well, and Chunky, actually.
Summit Barrel is worth a peek for sure. It's a little bit tricky to peek that without some more tools, whether it be... Well, I guess we have...
So here's a Way of the Horde.
What do you got, bud?
That?
It's... Oh. What are you doing here? Is this for... Okay, so this is just Punch, and then Cave's Lobby has our E8, I think.
Yeah, I agree. I agree. It's Punch for the Cave's Lobby spot, and then unless we need Strong Kong, that'd be funny.
Well, we've seen that one. It's not that.
Oh, okay.
And we have Strong Kong anyway, so it's not even a problem. So Key 8 appears to have a simple solution. Board. We need drama. Our drama comes in the form of where the heck is Baboon Balloon? Because that's like that's the critical item in the seed now. Where the heck is that thing?
We did call that this sea would be like this, right? Really straightforward, unless they have trouble getting into level 8.
It's certainly being a problem right now, that's for sure. We gotta find a 3-pointer. We're finding a needle in a haystack. Specialize having a deep
Specialize
think.
looks... Yeah. I'm a little worried.
It's tough. If he thinks he's checked the boss, it's kind of a disaster. 1 potion in the lowlands, we've seen it. The Hive Tunnel uppercut supply is way the horde. That's Rocket Barrel. Huh. Aztec free tiny? Turn around!
Wait!
You're going straight there! We can do that! Hang on.
That's diving lock, though.
Yeah, and we got diving. Let's go!
No, what I mean is diving's only to free Kong, so what is this?
I don't care, give it to me!
I mean, yeah, always give it to me. But I'm just saying, like, while we're going there, what is this?
In the immortal words of Kuiper, don't care, give it to me.
So this could be Coconut to get Blast and Japes to get Diddy from Seal Race. That would work.
Oh, jeez.
It fits everything. Actually, that fits everything.
And now we know Rocket Barrel is way the horde for some reason. So we know we need Diddy now. We're not getting away with that.
I think it's Summit Barrel. I think we need Rocket Barrel for Summit Barrel.
Do you think this is Coconut in here?
Yep, I think this is Coconut, because now it explains diving to Kongs. It gives us Coconut, which gives us Blast, which then explains, because that now gives us Diddy, and that's why diving's to Kongs.
Stupid diving, man. This diving is insane. I was talking smack on diving, and it is just returned with a vengeance.
Is that yellow?
That's Coconut, all right.
Coconut, baby, let's go!
You got it! You got it! Yes! Huge. Chop liver. Let's
I was
go.
thinking of diving checks earlier, and I just totally forgot about this one being diving checks. We even talked about Vulture, and I was just like laughing along. I wasn't even thinking about it. I was like,
all right, hang on. We got a wrench in our operations. Why is Feather on the path to key 8? That causes problems with our Caves Lobby theory. Because...
Well, it's going to be a potion there, right? Remember, Caves Lobby has 2 potions. We found one. So that one's the other potion. It's going to be something overlapping with Feather.
Pineapple, then? Or Fungi? It's pretty well.
Yeah, I think that makes sense.
Because it's not any other tiny move. It's not any other tiny move, because Twirl doesn't... I guess it could be like Twirl into, like, the Mausoleum. A bit of a reach, but that's possible.
Apple Rescue.
No barrels. Can't be that.
Right, no, it can't be. Darn, I was really trying to make Hunky work.
I think... I hate to say it, but I think the Beanstalk is dead, too. That's a little bit too conflicting.
Oh, no, yeah. It requires mini.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, okay. Very dead. Never mind. Not a little bit dead. Very dead.
So it's dirt. It's just Beanstalk dirt.
Alright. Good grief. Coconut to go get your...
Or the shop. Let's be fair. Or the shop.
Coconut to go get your Rocket Barrel. And now you got Rocket Barrel in hand. Or, no, Blast. Yeah, Blast. Then you go get Diddy. And then what do you do with Diddy? Maybe Diddy turns up our mystery balloon somewhere?
That's possible, too. It could be Diddy turning up the balloon in some location. We certainly checked a lot of things otherwise.
Looking at our board, our best spots for 3s are Japes and Castle. Possibly Caves.
We have Peanut. You want to bet balloons in the mountain?
In the mountain, jeez. It could be in the mountain. It could be top of Castle, Rocket Barrel. It could be the ballroom.
Did we ever go back and peek the Lowlands Peanut cage?
One of them did, I think. I didn't see what it was, but I don't think it was anything of note. We're getting into that ugly territory of getting into level 8 is so annoying sometimes.
I feel so bad for Specialize, but I've literally been exactly here, being like, I've checked everything. What am I missing?
It's the boss.
Ah, it's Castle Boss this time.
You know who else hates checking bosses?
You?
That son of a gun Kuiper. He hates checking bosses. He'll be done. Man after his own heart. Alright, Seal. Do we have to race you for Diddy, or are you just gonna cough up Diddy?
Oh, Lowlands has 1 potion. I see. Okay, so yeah, then it's nothing back there. Maybe like a balloon in like at the top of the mountain would work.
True enough. Does the Seal have unique dialogue if there's a Kong on it? He sure does. It's a funny monkey. Or no, it's a weird monkey. That's it.
Oh, is it? Okay.
Oh, break out your tall backflips. We got Diddy Kong. Let's go. Barrie has returned to normalcy.
He now has the mandate of heaven.
He certainly got a sizable advantage that he now has to press. He's got to, like, just figure out, what do I do with Diddy now? Like, I guess I just have to find Balloon? That seems like that's the answer. Go find Balloon.
I'm going to Japes. I'm going to Japes and checking Diddy checks and Japes.
Diddy checks and Japes. I think there's plenty of Diddy stuff to do in Castle as well. It's just a little more spread out in Castle, which makes it a little bit awkward.
Yeah, but he has Rocket Barrel. He's gonna go check the 2 Rocket Barrel checks, the one in the ballroom and the one at the top.
You can get Diddy's medal too, but that's like horrible. It's not that bad, I guess. I guess if you're doing a ballroom, it's not that bad.
We have Peanut too, so it's not like it's really easy. Like Peanut's all you need to do it, but like if you do ballroom as well, you get 15. Then there's the balloon there is 25, and then you just pick up a pack of 5 while you're flying up to get the top thing, and then another 5 there, and then you just shoot a balloon or something like that. You know, it's not that bad.
I'm trying to figure out how we fit Rocket Barrel into this seed. We may find out, but still don't know. Oh, the Summit Barrel, of course. Oh, silly me, the Summit Barrel. That's just gonna have a rocket.
That's what I'm thinking.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay. You're one step ahead.
Unless it's like balloon is just on here, like on this check, and then it's like, oh, Rocket Barrel goes balloon, and that explains why Rocket Barrel is horde.
Oh no, you know what Specialize's problem might be? Remember when he was going through Lanky Greenhouse? He wasn't picking up Lanky Bananas.
Oh, you're right. He doesn't have enough bananas to do the boss, and he thinks he's... Oh, no.
He might think he's just out of bananas to check that boss.
Specialize. I feel so bad. You got this, man. Think. Just take a deep breath and think. You're still in this.
Can we go back to when this was a baby seed? Can we go back?
I feel like it still might be a baby seed, if I'm being honest with you.
It could be quick.
Like one really bad wrinkle.
It could end quickly if Factory is nice to us and isn't hilariously expensive. If and only if. The problem is I don't even know what you do in Factory. I guess you go get Chunky, go get Tiny, go buy Sacks, go get Mini, test your luck with Key 3, and then I guess figure out Key 8, maybe Cave's Lobby as your answer.
Yeah, we know Key 3 is in one of like 2 spots, basically. It's Barrels and Trombone Locked, which gives us a couple different options. And then we know where Mini is. And so basically it's just where is Key 8 at this point, and Key 8 has some different options.
It's also pretty limited between Barrels and Punch. Or between Feather and Punch and an unknown in Cave's Lobby, there's like not too many things left.
Yeah, I'm thinking it's probably going to be Pineapple, but it could be like Twirl, and then it's like oh no, not enough points for the thing in Castle. Yeah. I was thinking the Mausoleum Hands, but not enough points. Yeah, it really just feels like it's gonna be Pineapple.
Barrie has decided.
Feather is path to Key 8, not 3.
Barrie has cleared out Castle with Diddy, and now he's off to Caves with Diddy. I don't hate this either. There's a lot of stuff you can do with Diddy as well. Here.
Yeah. I mean, you're just hard looking for Balloon to get in to get Chunky.
I mean, shoot, let's go look at Cave's Lobby checks. We're talking about this. We're worried about the Punch ones, but what about the guitar?
Ooh, wait, this works too.
Does it? I don't know if this works at all. I mean, it's a Rocket Barrel check. We started with guitar. We don't have any info on it.
What I mean is this could be Balloon, right?
Could be. Yeah, Balloon can fit here. We have 15 points in Caves. What's possible? That turns up.
Well, we had 31 points in Isles.
Right. There's more than enough points in Isles to find something here. Even if we put a key on the Summit Barrel, there's more than enough to fit any move in here if we want.
Yeah, we're putting a key pretty squarely in Isles, so there's still 20 points worth of moves in here somewhere. Actually, sorry, there's a Kong on Isles too, so technically it's 22 points. So there's 9 points remaining. Yeah, 9 points remaining. So 3 threes or 1 instrument and or gun. That's what it could be. Which again makes the 3 fit pretty well. So are there 3 threes? It would be exactly 3. Oh wait, no, that's not fit at all.
That seems like a reach.
Yeah, because we know there's 1 more 3 in oh, but the beam could be, yeah. So there are technically 4 threes. So it technically would work, but it would be very hard.
I don't know about that one.
Yeah.
It's difficult enough that I'm not sure. I think the caves makes a lot of sense at either 3 5s or a 9, a 7, and a 3. No, a 9, maybe a 9 and 2 3s, or like a 7, 5, 3. You get to 15. Am I doing math right? I'm doing math wrong. Hang on. No, I am doing it right. We're good. Basically, caves is a lot of worlds where there's a 3 here somewhere. So it fits pretty well.
9, 2 3s, 7, 5, 3.
We know there's a 3 in Japes. We know there's a 3 in Castle. So that takes 2 of our 4 3s.
Yeah, so there's no 3s on Isles. We know that for sure.
Really? Is that assuming...
because...
That's assuming the key is on the summit barrel?
Yeah. Or on Japes lobby. Both are Isles checks.
Oh, yeah, true. Kind of like the summit barrel because of rocket barrel more now. You've talked me into it.
I genuinely think that's what it is. But again, rocket barrel could just get balloon, and then we're no longer bound by it. And then, even in that case, it still could be summit barrel, but it becomes more 50-50 with Japes lobby for me. But if we find nothing with rocket barrel, I'm pretty solid on it being summit. Oh right, it can't be waft for balloon because of the bug, right?
Right. This balloon is not on paths. Level entry is assumed, so it's not going to turn up to... It's not going to be on the path to anything in that top level of a mile. It's not going to be on the path to anything level 8, which is one of the big problems, right? It would be amazing if we got a path hint to Kongs that just sent you straight into factory. It's honestly not terribly helpful because it tells you, oh, it's in factory, but we already know that it is in factory. It would be helpful in the sense that we could know what the location of said item. That's for sure. There's other ways to solve that, though. You would see similar things with this with diving in Season 3, where diving is not on the path to everything at level 4 to simplify your hints. God, what a nightmare that would be. Same boat. This balloon to get into level 8 is not going to be on the path to anything level 8.
Unfortunately.
We got all these Diddy checks to dig through, though, to try and maybe pull our balloon. And Diddy makes the most sense because we've checked almost everything else with Donkey and Lanky, so it just kind of makes sense that Diddy's the fresh face on the block. Surely he's got something interesting to show us.
I agree. And what happened, Jacob, is that Specialize is mixing diving from Castle Boss. Even though it's technically hinted to go towards Kongs, he just doesn't think he has enough Kongs to be able to do it, I think. I think he's just a little bit lost on that.
However, that said, as soon as we get into factory, we're like off to the races. Life is good. Just need that last son of a gun.
Look! This could still be a jet if Barrie finds balloon at some point. It's just the balloon is a problem. Everything else is solved. Like pretty closely.
All right, look, Ash, I'm gonna have to break it to you. Sometimes you just utter the J word and everything goes off the rails. It can't be explained. It just happens to the best of us, and we just have to live in those worlds. We just have to live in those worlds where everything went south.
I'll take the blame for this one. It's fine.
It'd be like that. Alright, that's good, because I wasn't taking the blame for that one. I got enough heat in this seat already. Get me out of here.
Look, I play a heel on wrestling TV for the small amount of time that I did look wrestling. I'll take the blame. I'm a villain. It's fine.
It is a blast away the horde and a foolish 5-door temple. That is our 7th foolish hint. That is a party number.
Yeah, this is I genuinely think this seed is a really fast one with this 40-minute wrinkle of where is balloon. Yep. The seed blows up if you have balloon. It's just so quick. And that's why you have all these foolish and stuff, because there's no other point, which means you're not going to get anything pointed because you can't get anything pointed this day. Oh, is he doing it?
Here we go.
Are
Here
we
we go.
finally
Here we go.
free? Did he figure it out?
Otherwise
Oh,
is
good.
at last returning to collect the wayward lanky bananas in the greenhouse. Can we see a dink? Please, dink me. Dink donk.
Oh.
Come on. Oh, potion on the mushroom exterior. Hang on. Let's talk. Show me the money. Oh my god, it's a Rocket Barrel Peanut minigame. This is unhinged. I guess it's already Rocket Barrel locked, so this is a little bit less egregious than it was already. But what the heck?
Oh, we're doing the lanky balloon in here
Yeah,
to
balloon
get
here.
towards the boss.
Yep. There's the dink. All right, he's got a boss to check, and he will pull his diving and be like, "Really? What? Excuse me? Huh?" He doesn't have the tiny temple pin, so he actually like, it's balloon. We found it.
Balloon.
It was in forest of all places. That was like my fourth guess. That's huge.
Also locked by diving.
I keep taking L's beyond measure. Unbelievable. And of course it was Rocket Barrel locked. Of course. Why not? God, that means you have to do all this nonsense to get Diddy, and then just pick the right level to go find your balloon in, which is crazy.
Yep.
Alright, fortunately we're back on the golden path. Send me to factory, please. I swear to God, if it's 50, I'm gonna scream. Barry's at 49 right now.
If it's 50 and it'll last so hard.
31.
Okay.
Not that bad. Not that bad.
Wait.
Wasn't Forest like 37?
Forest was 37. Yeah, wait. Hold on a second.
That's messed up. I might actually be messed up. I might actually have to look at that. CLO, man. CLO's a mess.
Because wait a second, like you're supposed like the Bennett entries for levels is supposed to be like, oh, here's what order you're being pointed towards. So
it would make more sense. It would make more sense because your access to that level is locked by a different level. That level should not be considered accessible for the purposes of the algorithm. Look, the algorithm's complicated. I'll tell you that much. There's a lot of bells and whistles going on in there. I promise you that much, but it is worth a second look.
I'm excited for that 100 games of CLO. I'm going to need to play to finally grasp all its ins and outs before season 4.
Well, one of the perks of CLO is that basically it's what you see is what you get. You don't have to worry. You don't have to think about like diving placement in simple level order. That is often the case. Diving placement, barrel placement, vines placement, always in the first 3 levels. In CLO, what are your first 3 levels? I don't know. Whatever you find. It could be anything. We so have these settings are so structured that you always start with keys 1 and 7, so you always have levels 1 and 2 to pick from. But as you saw, you go through level 2, and then you went to level 5, and then back to level 1, and then on to level... I forgot. The order was all over the place. You're like flying back and forth all over the place, whereas in a simple level order setup, it's much more streamlined, right? You go 1, 2, generally go 1, 2, 3.
Yeah,
hey, look, it's chunky. Yay. So do you do anything else in Castle or in Factory? I think the answer is no. What do you want to do here? Maybe get the warp just to, like save you some headache later, maybe?
Was there something else in here?
I don't think so.
That was hinted?
I think there's actually nothing here hinted. Your second slam is in Japes. Good one. Good one, game.
Hilarious.
Very funny. Maybe it's slam locked, and that's why that blue slam got hinted.
It would make sense.
That is indeed possible. Well, it could be blast locked as well. I don't even know. I don't want to think about that. What a mess. Maybe it's like in the hive or something.
All right, go to Cave's lobby.
Let's check Cave's lobby. Let's check Japes' lobby. We got... okay, first...
We're getting Tiny first.
Slow our roll. Let's go get Tiny. Kong Wallop. Well, I mean, the reward is a Kong. It just makes sense. Sentient Rando. Amazing.
The moment my randomizer becomes sentient is the moment I die. There's family at 1 hour 20 minutes.
Where did the potion go for Specialize? It's around here somewhere. It was unloaded. It was so far away. That is extremely toxic and completely unnecessary. Thank you, game. That's DK64 in a nutshell. Extremely unnecessary.
Very toxic, extremely unnecessary. The DK64 story.
Or maybe that's just the randomizer.
Yeah.
A little call me, alright.
Fortunately, the community is the opposite. I love this community. You guys are great. Well, yeah, it turns out that when you have a third Kong to go explore and look for Baboon Balloon, and you like basically last location it, as Barrie did, and Barrie was more thorough earlier on, it creates this kind of situation where you get this huge DB lead.
The other big problem is that the other bit of critical information that Tiny Temple is your answer with diving, not any of Galleon. Forget about Galleon. Tiny Temple's your answer. You have to go to Aztec to go get Coconut, to then go get Blast, and it's just this ridiculous chain of events to go get Diddy, and then when you get Diddy, you're not even out of the woods yet, you gotta go find Balloon somewhere.
Yeah,
Fortunately, I think Barrie's out of the woods. I think we have at least a straightforward path with a bunch of well-hinted things. He's checking Caves Lobby now. Let's see what we pull here.
If Specialized is to have a chance here, this needs to be something kind of complicated.
I think it's just going to be Pineapple.
Pineapple, I think it's gone.
Oh,
yeah, I mean, okay. Like we said it was, yeah. It's just in the shop or on the dirt.
Pine plus Feather. Send us to Forest Funky for our Key 8. Feels pretty good. Pretty good.
Yeah, we're going to go get Key 3 first, and then I think we're done. I think we're done in like 5 minutes from now?
The fights are longer than that.
That's true. Tiny phase is pretty long.
We got a tiny phase to sit through. That's the classic. The classic, sit through tiny phase and stare at the race time and hope your opponent is not finishing. Because you have no idea how your opponent is doing. Kevin is so wildly unpredictable. Barry's like, wow, I just checked every level except for Forest. I must be so behind. You just have no idea. You truly have no idea in a race setting. It's maddening.
Yeah, so Mini Monkey in here.
I think this hint
Key3
might be the one
probably
that...
on Summit Barrel.
Is this the hint that tells you to go to Tiny Temple? No, your Tiny Temple hint is on like 40... is on like late 30s. That's so mean. That's so insane. That's such a rude hint to put late. Alright. Tiny's Cabin. Or Orange Throwing Away of the Horde. You gonna cough up a key? Or you're gonna cough up Mini Monkey?
There's Mini Monkey.
Mini Monkey. Crossing the streams.
Oh no, don't worry, I did the exact same thing. I was like, that one's Key 3, right? No, that one's the Mini Monkey one. The Key 3 one is either Summit or Japes Lobby.
Okay. Barrie does not seem to be interested in checking that, though. He is running to Forest Funky.
He's getting Key 8. He's gonna get his Key 8 first.
Checking his Key 8. Maybe he's more confident in this one than the Key 3. Key 3 is definitely a little bit sketchier because there's a world where it's Lanky Phase on a random boss door, which is horrifying. It's like the least pleasant world.
Yeah. Alternatively, that's the last one I think that has a world that could, like, you could find another potion or something like that, and that would be required to go get things. But I think overall, it's just kind of answered.
We can fit a key in a forest, no problem. So Key 8 seems pretty good here. Gunk on the worm. I'm pretty sure he was dead. Forest Funky. What do you got for us? That's a potion. Uh-oh. What is this? Hang on. Don't. We're not doing bongos. We're not doing this rigmarole. Hang on. Don't tell me it's a bongos check. Can we put it in caves? No. Can we put it in forest again? Well, there's 11 points left in forest, so there's probably just a key here. So, Beanstalk Dirt? Pretty please? Sugar on top? I beg you? Hey, look at that. There's the key. Alright, we're good. Crisis averted.
Easy.
And he looks at the beanstalk for the people, even though he knows it's turbo dead.
Even because there's 0 points left in the level too. He's lit up there. It's
okay.
Truly, genuinely for the people.
Question for the people. Did we see a bean in the last seed on the stream? Did either runner get the bean in that seed? I think the answer is no, right?
Say no, please.
I don't think anyone got the bean. We got 3 Kevin seeds.
Go.
We got 3 Kevin seeds and no beans.
Who needs a bean?
Oh, they saw it. Okay. We got. Look at our tracker. We got a little bean. We got a bean icon for the bean because the bean is worth points, so it's worth noting if they pick it up or not. We got it, and we just haven't had to use it. So I just felt like clicking it there for the people. My God, what are we supposed to do? Japes lobby, key 3. Pretty please.
I'm getting copped at. No, you don't
Okay,
get the cop at me for bean hate.
It's not Japes lobby. Perhaps it is the summit barrel. Where are you going, Barry? There's 11 points in aisles. It has to be in aisles now.
Yeah.
After finding Tiny and Pineapple, we are down to 11 points. So it's pretty much got to be in aisles because we know there's too many spots where 3s have to be. In fact, we know there's a 3 in Castle, Caves, and Japes. So it has to be an 11-pointer in aisles. So he is opening the summit barrel. Here we go. We're back.
I think this is just the end.
Could it be the waterfall? Could it be the waterfall too? I don't see why it couldn't be that. It was just in a shop. It would be an unhinted peanut, but that would be fine, I guess.
Oh yeah, that works too technically.
Could be here. But I mean, because I said it, there's just like no way that's true.
Yeah.
It was never gonna happen because
I was cooking this seed. Besides calling it a jet, I called so many things this seed.
yeah, besides that one, all right.
Look, it would have been a jet if it wasn't for Balloon. Balloon was a monster this seed.
You will answer for your crimes, rest assured.
Yeah.
You will be held accountable by these runners. But key 3 on the summit barrel of all places. Good grief. This is the last thing Barry needs, though.
If you simply go to the places and do the things, you'll win every time.
Unbelievable. That's crazy. That's actually crazy. And here you go. Coconut for Specialize, but he's got just an absolute mountain to climb back. The balloon alone is a total nightmare. And here you go. Take your key 3. You could have rocket barreled into K. Rool for style. I mean, this might be faster, but like, how often are you ever going to get the rocket barrel into K. Rool?
Would
Like,
K. Rool have been spawned?
Yes. Actually.
Oh, really?
Actually, wait. You might be right. It might not have been spawned. Shoot.
My assumption was it wouldn't be spawned because of getting the key on aisles.
You're right. Barry's one step ahead. Actually, I'm just one step behind. That's actually what it is. You hate to see it.
If you understand, your street's ahead.
You just hate to see it. Unless you're Mike, I guess.
Then your street's behind.
Oh, would have spawned in Dev? The lamb got on top of that? What a beast.
Wow, that's cool. I love when we add little quality of life things like that, where it's like it's not that like you can do it now, it's that you no longer have to worry about it, and so it doesn't have to be like this thing of like, oh no, why didn't it spawn? Then you like waste like 15 seconds. Like it's really nice when those get fixed. The dev team's so good to us.
It definitely happened a number of times where you pick up key 4 on aisles, and then you run back. You run to the back of aisles, and you're like, wait, where's the cannon? It just isn't giving it to you.
That's it. Dev team's too good to us.
And a quick little reload can't solve. But we're off. We're off to the races. We got just a sit through a tiny phase. That's just, you love to see that. That's the stuff.
Will Specialize find... I've got Mike on the brain because you called out Mike. Will Specialize find Balloon before Barry finishes? I don't think so.
You basically have to pick the right level and run straight there, because otherwise you're just going to be running it.
Because the funny thing is, if he does, he's like... The funny thing is, we don't know how far behind he is, right? Until he finds Balloon. Because once you find Balloon, it's like kinda over. You do need to get 37 GBs total, I believe. But
31. Or no, you do need 37 to get into Forest, right?
Yeah.
Oh god, but
the max.
He's gonna look at Forest and be like, I can't get in here, and then pick a different level. So that's kind of a problem.
Yeah. He doesn't have any GBs to mine. Or sorry, blueprints to turn into my mine. So yeah, he's unfortunately. I won't find Balloon. I'm not in this race. Are you sure, Mike? You might secretly be in the race. You never know.
Yeah. Wake up, man. Wake up. You got finals in an hour. Wake up. Give you that nightmare, buddy.
It's already started. You're losing time. You finished 20 minutes ago.
He's crazy.
Who are you, Ozymandias? Good lord. Wake up, Mike! You need to donk! I donked 30 minutes ago.
No amateur, that man. No amateur is Barrie either. He's trucking through our second phase of K-roll. Puff toss. You heard that right?
I don't think you could have picked 3 longer phases of K-roll. Like, if you asked me, hey, what are the 3 longest K-roll phases you could face? I would pick Tiny Phase, Cutout, and Puff Toss. Puff Toss is the only one I think might be shorter. Is there one that might be longer than Puff Toss?
Magic's pretty long.
Magic is long. Right?
Magic's long and also not easy. Puff Toss is at least easy. At this point in the sea with 3 melons, you're chilling.
Yeah, the 1 melon Puff Toss is the butt puncher.
I mean, 2 is longer? I don't know about that. Somebody timed this. I don't know. Somebody has timed this. I know that. I just have no idea. Cutout is definitely an exercise in tedium, though. That's for sure.
Definitely.
But here we go. That's our finisher. Disco Chunky for the road. That's a lot of damage when a Disco Chunky flies out of a cannon at you.
I mean, yeah, the Afro at least is doing half a melon damage. God knows what he's hiding in there.
Probably just his huge brain.
So you're saying regular Chunky is like, he's a good guy. I mean, not the smartest Kong, but a good guy. And then Disco Chunky like enlarges his brain, and hides it in the Afro, and he's just like pretending to not be as smart. And he's like actually a genius.
It's a genius play.
This is some deep lore.
You have to admit it's deviant. It's a devious strategy.
I think it is a devious strategy. I think you're right.
He's 2 down.
Oh, and a fitting end to the Kevin tournament. We get some beat up on Specialize's side of music. Small rabbit controlling Chunky Ratatouille style. You know I'm in for this. Put the main character in the Afro. I'm gonna need someone to draw the main character in Chunky's Afro. Just like forcing him to race like a giant Kong mech.
Oh my god.
Get in the Kong, Shinji.
This is what 30 minutes of casino does to you.
No kidding.
Who knows what the runners are thinking? Barrie doesn't care. He's done. Bang! He's done with a time of 134 flat. Not bad, all things considered. Definitely an absolute doozy of a seed. And Specialize has decided he is done. He's wrap it up.
Is Chunky drift compatible? Oh lord.
Oh jeez. How do we get to this point? We gotta bring the runners in. We gotta save us from ourselves. Oh, son of a gun. Right. Let's go grab. Alrighty, we are joined by Barrie. Alrighty, we are. There we go. Before I echo too badly. That was a good reflex mute there.
Man.
We're good.
Yeah.
GG's, Barrie. Congratulations on winning the whole tournament.
GG's, yeah. Thank you very much.
You remain the Blitz champion. You won the last Blitz. We don't even have to move the roll. Unbelievable.
Oh, wow. Wow. Man.
Isn't that convenient?
Yeah. Man, that is very... The Kongs in that seed were brutal.
And we are also joined by Specialize.
Mornin.
That was a brutal seed, that's for sure. It was looking.
It was very bad.
We were thinking
I think it was just. Yeah, I think it was just the Kongs that were bad.
The Kongs were mean, but I think the balloon was just horrendous. I mean, that's just like egregious.
Where
Yeah.
Top of mushroom rocket barrel.
Okay.
Unhinted, of course. Why would it pop?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Pretty
The
much.
only thing you had was, Rocket was Way of the Horde.
Yeah, we were thinking that was
Just-
solved by Summit Barrel anyway, so I wasn't putting too much stock in that Rocket Barrel.
Oh, I didn't think about Summit Barrel until the very last thing.
Well, let me tell you what, we had a lot of time to think on this one, because this was a doozy. Oh boy.
I'll be honest. A lot of this seed, if Specialize doesn't, I guess I'm going to talk about Specialize and diving, but if Specialize doesn't have that issue, I think a lot of this seed comes down to what level do you check first to get to Balloon, because as soon as you find Balloon, the seed ends, basically. It's just a straight shot. Like, there's very little that you don't know by that point.
37 GBs is all you need. You need 37 to get in a forest. That's your most expensive level.
Yeah, and I don't think the seed, like, set in until you got that Aztec, free tiny hint.
Right.
Because
Yeah.
Because you would think that, you know, you get diving to free Diddy. And
Well, the problem
galleys
is
of some sort.
because of all the galleon spawns, the way it worked out, you had underwater access in the shipyard, and you had raised water, which removed diving from like every DK check, basically.
Huh.
So diving on the path to like DK and galleon, it just didn't make sense. You kind of had to look elsewhere.
Yeah.
And the free tiny item of all things is a little bit wild, but diving and Aztec kind of weirdly go together at times.
I think we're also overlooking possibly the worst thing in this seed, which is 120 CBs required for boss in castle.
Was it that high?
With 2 Kongs only, with exactly 2 Kongs.
Oh my god, I didn't realize it was that high. That is...
It was 120.
So I spent most of that seed thinking I completed Castle Boss already.
Oh. Yeah, that's the worst.
I completely forgot it existed on top of the hint for the medal rewards.
Yeah, that's just brutal. I mean, that's definitely a really... Oh god, that's such a mean TNS. That's unbelievable. I don't want to run the numbers on that. Like, how many are actually accessible? Because you don't get Coconut, because that's diving locked. You probably needed that grape on top of Castle, so you were just desperately digging for that anyway. Jeez.
Yeah. Yeah, I was thinking, I'm gonna try to get as much CVs as I can, because I can go into the library and get some. And you found grape up there. I was like, oh, I can bring this to caves. And funny thing, I think you can jump up there with Chunky. But with DK and Lanky, I don't think so.
Oh, that was you both.
The beetle race.
You both took turns trying to get to the beetle race with only DK and Lake. It was quite the scene.
I know you can get up there with Chunky. I've done it before with Chunky, but not with DK.
I want to say it's possible with the Kongs you have. I just think it's insane. I don't know how you do it.
I think you can actually get up to the upper cabin with the sprint cabin with just Lanky, but I don't know about that. I know Spike knows.
It's slope climb related, so like kind of how you climb slopes with any Kong in Japes that you do it all the time.
Right.
It's the same thing. You use the right wall and the slope of the roof, and you can kind of make it work. But you have to get into the rhythm, which is like really hard to find. It's definitely hard, but it's doable.
Okay.
What point Specialized did you come to like think about that castle boss again? Because you said like you thought you'd done it.
When I entered Castle before, it dawned on me. Because I saw a door while I was walking, and I'm like, I thought I checked this.
Yeah.
And then I noticed it said 121, I'm like, oh. Well, that's the one check that's in logic still.
Somehow logic. I'm looking at the castle CBs, and you have a surprising amount of Lanky Bananas available, whether in logic or out of logic. Surprising amount of them, that's for sure.
And yeah, I mean, I think Strong Kong might have been logically needed this seed, because I know that you can get 70 with Lanky with Grape. I know there's another balloon in the Mausoleum you can get to, but that one technically requires Sprint to get to anyway. and I don't know if you can get any more.
I
And I
think
know
you're fine.
Donkey has like 50-ish free without any other moves.
It's like 45.
Yeah. So it's.
I
I think that 10 in the library, no 15 in the library is needed, and I think 10 of them are locked by Strong
I
Kong.
don't think the Strong Kong ones are. I think the one other one is though.
You have to do something weird, whether it be go into Lanky Tower or
Mhm.
Lanky Dungeon for a Lanky Balloon, or go into the library. You have to like really go out of your way to get to that 120. That is a brutal number. Unbelievable. CLO giveth and CLO taketh away. That's a CLO moment if I've ever seen one. Sheesh.
I mean, I'll say Specialize, you deserve a lot of credit just for even getting here. Getting to a finals of a Blitz tournament is not easy. You've won, 3 rounds to get here. 3-1 is a respectable score. And as you saw with the qualifier for this tournament to begin with, this can happen to anybody. Like a check just goes missing in the wind and you sit on aisles between the pads and just think for 10 minutes. And you're like, I don't know what else I haven't done.
Yeah.
That feeling of I've done everything. What is it I'm missing? What have I missed? It's very hard to get out of that hole. So I think you played very well. At one point in the seed, you were like a little bit ahead on tempo of Barrie. Barrie had a couple more GBs, but you were like ahead on tempo and had found more things. And so I think it was just a matter of like that check tripping you up. I think without that, it's a very close race for who finds Balloon first.
It's certainly no easy feat to win a Blitz tournament, and yet somehow, Barrie, you have done it twice. Congratulations. Quite the achievement.
Yeah, to be honest, I thought I was going to get in the beta in the qualifier. Because
that qualifier was a doozy.
Yeah, because I usually don't look at the race time when it comes to like big races. So there was this one thing that took me like 20 minutes in that seed, so that took me off. So I was like, at that point, I was like, oh, I'm gonna be in beta. 14th place, 14th place out of 16, and win the Blitz tournament like this. Anything can happen to anybody,
Anything really can happen. In settings as volatile as Kevin, getting this far is still certainly a testament to skill, to navigate the murky waters, do your math, and solve your points.
Yeah, I find this Kevin a lot more interesting than the previous Kevins, for sure. Because you got the portals, you got the Helm that can go into any level. Like, yeah, it's very interesting. I like this. Thanks, Kuiper, for making this possible. Without him,
I never got the pleasure to go into Helm during this whole.
Sometimes it's better you don't have to. It's just better that way sometimes. Look, I saw a seed that had climbing in Helm. That was some scary stuff, right? Gotta be careful what you wish for. Nevertheless, woohoo! That's a blitz in the books.
Oh, yeah. And this is the type of seed I would say, do not say jet early. Because you have... Okay. So you see the cable.
Who might have said that?
You have Tiny Face, then you got 2 Spear Zero bosses, and you start with Feather.
It looked really fast on the outset, but you had to... The keys had to play nice, and... Well, the keys actually kind of played nice, but...
Well, look at that. If it isn't the consequences of my actions coming due, I'll see you later.
Pain.
Yeah.
But nevertheless, thanks for watching, team. If you enjoyed the Donk in action, make sure you're following this channel, DK64 Speedruns. It's a good time here. Good time regularly. We're regularly throwing up DK64 Randomizer action for you. If you're watching on YouTube, you already know that. You're getting regular DK64 Randomizer action all the time. Like, comment, subscribe. You know the drill. You guys got this. I don't gotta tell you that. You guys already did it, actually, right? Like, as soon as I said YouTube, the Pavlovian response is to like, comment, subscribe. So like, you guys are on top of things. Thank you very much. But that's a wrap for us. Ash, it's been a pleasure.
Always, and thank you to both of our runners, obviously, for being on Race Stream.
Happy to be here.
Woohoo.
Oh,
We'll send
so-
y'all off to the evening. We'll send y'all off to our good friend Spike, who is, as ever, trying some irradiated viewer seeds, some wild, crazy action. Who knows what you're gonna get out of these? Said those and these at the same time and said these, and it just didn't really work. So you'll have to forgive me for mumbling or for muddling my words. But nevertheless, I'll ship y'all off for the evening. Thanks for watching, team. Have a good one. Morning.
Morning.